Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I am a full-time van dad and this is Ramona Rhodes. This is my home on wheels, my work truck, and right now it's my video production studio too. We've been working on this video for a couple of weeks and we finally feel ready to give you a little inside look at our life on four wheels. So without further ado, please stay through till the end, like, subscribe, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you. So I'm 3 months into living on the road, and I'd be lying if I told you things were exactly what I'd expected. But believe it or not, that's a good thing. I found a lot of freedom and a better sense of self-reliance in making a cozy home out of a 30-year-old work van. I'm going to try to give you an idea of what I mean and some examples of bumps I've encountered so far, so I might as well start at the beginning. This journey began back in January. I was really pumped about bringing home a car that was paid in full. And besides some minor aesthetic flaws, it was pretty much love at first sight. I was eager to feel the car out and get acquainted with her quirks, features, and mechanics. Her steering was loose, the heat was broken, and the ceiling leaked in the rain. 2 of her 4 tires were bald, and every time I started her up, I heard a new and exciting new noise. Having been without a car for some time prior, every day brought a new surprise. One of which coming in the form of something that I should have predicted. Yeah, we all know gas is expensive, and for the near term, that's something I'll have to work around. All jokes aside, I admit that I made room for fuel cost in my budget when I first hit the road, and what I began to save on living expenses offset the gas price pretty well. But after 2 blown-out tires, running out of gas halfway across a bridge, and perfectly timed suspension issues, I needed to reevaluate how prepared I was and start spending some time with the car, and not behind its wheel. I spent a lot of time making calls to mechanics and tire shops, got familiar under the hood and under the chassis, in the fuse panel, and in between all that, I kept my hands busy with some home improvements. Yeah, that's me being way too excited about a cabinet. But that little project led me to redoing my pantry under the kitchen counter, figuring out my propane stovetop and gas tank. Yeah, and that stove has no pilot. After that, I added an electric faucet and a wastewater bin under the sink. The entire setup has multiple uses, and I cook on it just about every night. On the roof, you'll find a big ugly box that has been so lovingly dubbed the coffin. Built it with my own 2 hands, and I put all the tools I never want to look at in there. Behind the coffin, there's a solar panel that runs to its own battery and outlets behind the driver's seat. That way, I'm not entirely dependent on the car battery and alternator. The cockpit is always in a state of flux because it gets so much use, but I've tried my best to organize trinkets, tools, and controls in a way that feels comfortable and functional. Speaking of comfortable, Ramona has a few permanent tenants. This is Felix the bear and Loveless the penguin, my co-pilot, Dula, the baby seal, and my moral support, Sandy. Now, let's talk about the present. Ramona really has become a home to me, and sure, there are things I still plan to do, and things I wish she had, like a bathroom, but truthfully, working around and solving problems has been the best part of it all. We get by fine. And not every day is a repair or a flat tire. In fact, when I'm not working, most of my time here is spent cleaning, reading, goofing around, hanging out, and of course, making memories. Okay, it's safe to say you know a little bit more about the car now. I want to tell you about the channel. My goal here is just to inspire, be inspired, teach, and be taught. Above that, though, I'm using this platform to express a bit of myself and hopefully encourage others to pursue hobbies or interests. Truthfully, I've never been rich, and hell, I work 3 jobs. Often, ideas of life on the road or dropping everything to go on adventures seem like luxuries I could never afford. But with some planning, a great loving support network, and a really thick skull, I'm finding this freedom to be more accessible than before. I I really want to encourage others to find out what they really can and cannot do with an idea. So I guess that's it for me now. Please comment any questions or suggestions for future videos. Hope you enjoyed everything, and I hope to be seeing you all soon. Take it easy.